How's it going, boys and girls? It's your boy Rough Diamond here. In this video, I'm going to quickly talk about controller settings, but mainly the response curve and dead zones. Out of all the settings, this page has the most impact in my opinion. Button layout I keep on default, as that is what I'm used to and is like most other games I play. Plus I have an Elite controller which has extra programmable paddles on the back, which are my jump and crouch buttons, meaning my fingers hardly leave the buttons. You can change this setting if you find one that better suits you. Try bumper jumper, as it swaps around the jump and tactical ability buttons, so you don't have to take your fingers off the analog sticks to jump. Stick layout I also keep on default because that's what I'm used to. There are some advanced movement settings here you can play with if you want. Interact, reload button. You may have experienced an issue when you've gone to reload but instead you've interacted with an item. This setting is to prevent that. I keep mine on tap to use and reload, as it doesn't really bother me. Crouch is set to toggle and aim is set to hold. There are games out there where having aim set to toggle works in your favour, but I can't really see any advantages in Apex. Sensitivity. I know a lot of people go straight in with a high sensitivity, but this is too much for me. I start low with the intention of creasing it over time. And the same goes for ADS sensitivity. It's true the higher the sensitivity, the quicker you can move and aim, but if you find yourself under or over aiming, adjust accordingly. Response curve. Having it set to classic, steady or linear are the best in my opinion, depending on your controller and skill. It's how your view turns with the input from the analog stick. But it's basically the speed and acceleration in basic form your character turns when you move the analog stick from the dead zone to the furthest tilt point. The dead zone is the movement you get on your sticks, but the character in-game doesn't actually move, and the tilt point is what angle your sticks are at. Classic is very similar to Call of Duty and what you might be used to. Steady is good for small adjustments, like for when you are aiming at long distance, but it can feel sluggish. Fine aim is very slow when you first start to move and remains slow, but quickly picks up at the furthest tilt point. High velocity is what it reads. As soon as the sticks leave the dead zone, there's a lot of speed and can be hard to control. Quite similar to PC, but makes things like small adjustments very difficult. And as it reads, linear is a raw input and doesn't have a curve. Starts slow and increases steadily as the stick tilts further, and if you have custom settings already for your Elite controller, it's best to use linear. Look and movement dead zone. The dead zone is the movement you have on your sticks, but the character doesn't actually move in game. This can be increased if you find your character drifting when you're not touching the sticks. This can also depend on your controller, but the smaller a dead zone allows for better aim control. I have vibration off for a couple of reasons. One, because I think it's a bit of a distraction, and two, it simply saves battery on my controller. Only a quick one today to talk about the response curve. Hope you guys find it useful. Like if you like, comment and sub. I'm Rough Diamond. Catch you in another video soon. Laters.